Hey guys, I want to read you something, and then I'm going to tell you why I'm reading this to you. But this is part of a Skype conversation. Well, I tell you what, let me read it, and then I'll tell you the background, okay? Lee, I have been too embarrassed to meet with business owners. Carlos was the first I've met with in about 2.5 years. He likes the table cards and the site. I went back to see him just a wee bit ago. As I was leaving, he picked up one of the table cards and said, this is a quote, "I have several friends who own restaurants in the cities. My brother works at one of them. I'm going to take one of these cards and show them the site and tell them to call you." End of quote. I had intended, so now this is a coaching student of mine. So now she's talking again. I had intended to ask if he knew of any business owners that I could meet with and forgot. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement. It starts with a dream. Add faith and it becomes a belief. Add action. I love that. And it becomes a part of life. Add perseverance and it becomes a goal in sight. Add patience and time and it ends with a dream come true. Pretty cool, huh? So I think you get the gist. You're looking at a person like a lot of people, not everybody, but like a lot of people who are looking at this video. You're looking at a person who really wanted to create success. And you look at a person who was a little frustrated, kind of beating her head against the wall a lot. And I was able to help her. Now, look, I'm not going to take credit for this because she's the one that went to see the restaurant owner. She's the one that's going to get the deal. She's the one that's going to get all this great referral stuff, not me. All I did was sort of point her in the right direction, help her out with some details about how to sell in person, help her position herself some and position her products, and basically just let her know that what she was doing would actually work. Now, who is this person? Well, obviously I'm not going to tell you the name. You can read the email on this page just below me, the Skype conversation on this page just below me. You know, I do some coaching. And I have been honestly playing around with, tweaking, trying, experimenting various coaching arrangements, I guess, for about 6 months. I won't tell you all the iterations and all the, permutations of what I've been doing. But a couple of months ago, I had a great idea. See, it's kind of hard for me to dovetail my time and my minimum dollar per hour worth into a framework where somebody who's not making any money can afford it. So that was really what I was struggling with. Because quite frankly, if I talk to you, I can straighten you out. Okay? But a lot of folks, just like this person, they weren't making any money. So it's a little hard to fork over a ton of money. And it takes a lot of faith when you're not making any. And a lot of people just don't have it. So I was really, really working on an arrangement where I could make my minimum dollars per hour. Because honestly, it's not fair to me. I'm only on this planet for a certain amount of time, right? It's not fair to me or my family for me to undersell myself. So I came up with an arrangement where I could really kind of hit my minimum dollars per hour, but also I was able to have a real impact on other people. And I tried this first a couple of months ago. Now let me describe to you what I tried. instead of doing one-on-one coaching, which works, but it's expensive, I thought, well, what we'll do is I'll get a few people in a group. We'll meet on a webinar weekly. I will teach them some stuff, and then we'll have what I call hot seats, where basically they get their headphones, they plug in, and they talk to me, okay, in order. So I go person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4. And you know what? That worked really, really well. See, I know from the coaching that I've done, from my own experience too, that, and from people who just email me constantly and ask me stuff, which is cool. Although everyone's unique, generally people face the same series of problems in the same order at the same time. I already know what you're stumbling over, in other words. So even though I had people in this group who were doing wildly different things, I mean, all offline marketing, but wildly different things. One person doing rep management, one person doing unsolicited email marketing, otherwise known as spam, one person doing direct mail, one person doing walking in, blah, blah, blah. Those are details, because the sales process is always the same. The reason that the sales process is always the same is because there's a human being on the other end of the sales process who has to make an affirmative decision in your favor in order for you to get paid. So I tried the group thing a couple of months ago. That worked like a scalded dog. We had fun. People learned. I was able to get people off what I call the shiny object, magic multicolored unicorn syndrome. Got people actually focused, got people actually taking laser focused action consistently, which will always result in building a business. This worked so well that we did a 4-week thing 2 months ago. This worked so well at the end of the 4 weeks. I mean, we were all like really sad that we weren't going to be meeting anymore. And I hadn't even planned this. At the end of the 4th webinar, you know, people were kind of going, I'm unhappy, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, guys, I hadn't even thought of this, but do we want to continue this? And it was like, yay, yeah, let's continue this. So we decided to do another 4 weeks as an advanced group coaching thing, whatever you want to call it. And that's working really well too. Now, so I feel like I've got the coaching model where I can make what I need to make, but yet people who are getting the coaching, they're getting the kind of focused, intense information from me and relationship with me so that they can actually make progress. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Well, I'm going to be opening up another group coaching, what shall we call it, cohort or something like that, another group coaching thing. Haven't quite set the dates yet. This will start either in a week or a couple of weeks from now. And basically, I'm going to only allow a few people in. That's also part of the magic of this. If I get enough people, but not too many, it works great. I'm going to allow a few people in. And I'm going to help you build your business for real this time, okay? And if you do what I tell you to, you'll end up like this lady. I mean, you will end up, wow, this works. Wow, I'm making sales. Wow, I am making money. Okay? Now, so at some point in the next day or two, I've got a massive amount of stuff that I'm working on. So much so it's all getting kind of, it's like a log jam. And I basically need to just sit down and think through timing and things like that. No biggie, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm making it happen. I just got to sort of figure out what goes where, right? So as soon as I do that, I'm going to shoot you an email and I'm going to say, and probably have an email with a link to a page like this with another video. And I'll tell you when the dates are, how you can sign up, and what you're going to get out of this. Okay, in a little more detail. Bottom line, what you're going to get out of this is finally able to make that business that you've always wanted to make happen. But I'll tell you in more detail how we're going to do that. So just wanted to let you know this, just wanted to give you a little heads up about cool stuff that's coming from me. And always, thank you so much for opening my emails. Thank you so much for listening to my videos. Thank you for being in my life. Let me know how I can help you. If you have any comments or any things like this, this is on a post. I've got a comment box below here. Please just feel free to let me know. Okay? And or if you want to just reply to this email and ask me stuff, that's cool. You know, like if if this resonates with you and you want to know more details, let me know. But again, in a few days, I'll be sending out an email with complete details, dates, etc., etc., etc. So cool beans. See you in a couple of days.